Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions, and Merry Christmas to you all out there. My name is Nick, and today we're checking out A Puzzling Present by a man named Michael Cook. This is his PhD project. Well, not this specifically, but I'll explain. So as you know, on Indie Impressions, we like to look for unique, innovative, strange, cool, artistic, different things out there. Just cool stuff to embrace, and the premise behind A Puzzling Present is the system called Angelina. And the premise behind why I needed to cover this one so badly is basically that Angelina is an AI that was created by this PhD student, which creates games. So this would be, as far as I can tell, the first game that I've ever played that has been made by an AI. Unless you count GLaDOS, of course. But I'm not counting her. So I wasn't really planning on doing anything specifically themed for the holidays, but this presented itself, right at the right time for me to want to consider doing this, and it seems like kind of a cool experience to try something that was designed by an AI, so let's check it out. What do you say? Alright, A Puzzling Present is part of a science experiment about making games. The levels and superpowers in the game were made by a computer, not by a human. You can help us with our experiment by answering short questions after each level. That seems kind of interesting, actually. Why don't we do that? Alright, how to play. Press the arrow keys, move left and right. Alright, I got this. I like the little Santa guy. Kind of looks like from Tiny Plumbers. Spacebar to jump. Very good. Santa has a new special power in each world. Press X to activate it. Oh, he can VVV himself around. That's cool. And that was how to play. Alright, let's play World 1. Select Level 1. So what is my power? I don't have one yet. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, press R to restart. So obviously this is a pretty basic little platformer. It's not super crazy or anything, but you know, once you know the premise and why this is interesting, it definitely makes it a little bit more impactful. So how am I supposed to cross this? I can't quite jump that far. And I don't have pressure sensitive jumping. I'm a little confused here. I thought maybe I could like climb on that stuff. Maybe I can just like run. No, I can't do that either. Oh, I like jumped past it somehow. Maybe my power is when I'm in the air. Nope, that's not right either. Oh, what's this? How do I do that? I can bounce? Okay. So I'll hold X and jump, and sometimes I'll bounce, I guess. There we go. Oh, that was interesting. How enjoyable was that level? I don't know, it wasn't extremely long. I guess it was a little enjoyable. Yeah, there we go. Okay, computer AI, you're generating levels here where I'm gonna die instantly. I don't like that. So we gotta use our bouncy skills to bouncy our way over to that present. That was a little enjoyable, I guess. So is the AI also generating the levels? Because I have a feeling it probably is. I like the particle effects of the snow and the crunchy sound every time. So Angelina, from what I've heard, has generated a few other games as well as this one. I haven't tried any of them or even read much about them. This was a little bit more enjoyable than the last one. And I'm really curious to see where this project goes, because apparently what it can do is it can sort of... Oh, there we go. It can sometimes exploit little glitches or strange, like, inadequacies in the code to create new game conventions, which sometimes the developers didn't even expect. So I think that's just kind of awesome. It can actually be used as a tool, in essence, to come up with new conventions, you know, in conjunction with proper level design and such. I don't know if this bouncy skill is the most exciting thing ever, but again, considering the way that we came about it, seems kind of cool. So I was reading this little like blog or journal entry type thing about the Angelina system, and it said that at one point the AI had come up with a way that like the player was intersecting with the wall, and it somehow resolved that by jumping. So it sort of used that and morphed it into essentially creating wall jumps, which it then integrated into later levels. And it can do things like create different platforming paths. I mean, that's why there's so many like extraneous little bits hanging out on all these levels, I guess, because the pathfinding is just looking for like one direct path to the end. It definitely needs to not make levels that start by killing you, though. That's not a good call, in my opinion. Alright, how do we deal with this? So we gotta bounce through here. Oh, probably not jump again, though, afterward. No, no jump. Stop. Keep forgetting it. Oh, come on. I have to, slide over each time. There we go. World complete. Alright, that was a little enjoyable. Oh, I should probably have been checking. There's 2 lines of boxes, weren't there? Alright, back we go. World 2. I want to see what the second premise is here. What do I get? More bouncing? Man, he's a bouncy Santa. Well, he can bounce pretty much infinitely here. Oh. Wait, is bouncing standard? I know, it's like toggled. Alright, it's either bounce on or bounce off. Although now, when I'm trying to do it, now it doesn't work. I don't know, this is a little confusing, man. Go. Bounce. Maybe I gotta use it as I land from a jump. Yeah, that's probably pretty much right. So there's like no way I'm going to be able to try and jump over the top, but I'm going to try it anyway, right? Yeah, he bounces off the ceiling too hard. Alright, that was really all that I had to do. How enjoyable is the level? It wasn't that enjoyable, to be honest with you. It was a little difficult. Alright, so same premise. Bouncy Santa, let's get him going. I need a little bit more inertia, I guess. So it's like you only have one shot to do the bouncing properly. And when you want him to do it, he doesn't seem to do it. I guess I'm just using X instead of jump now. Alright, that was a little better. Not really difficult, no. Just couldn't get the skill to work properly for a second there. Was I supposed to start jumping the second... I think I gotta just hold... Yeah, I just gotta hold X the second we fall. Oh, well, that time it just didn't register again. Oh, wait. Now I can somehow build up momentum off the ground. I don't know, this thing seems kind of inconsistent here. Go! You won't go over it. Go over it! A little enjoyable? Yeah, sure. A little difficult. Sorry about that. I guess I pressed the 0 key by accident on the keypad, so it just killed the game for some reason. I don't know what that's about. It just seems to happen with some indie games, you know? Like, these buttons just sort of don't do what they're meant to do. And that button should probably have been meant to do just about nothing. A little enjoyable. Not really difficult, no. There's also an option I noticed if you go to the menu here, you can actually skip a level and tell them why you're skipping it. I don't know why I've already completed it is really a valid option, considering if you've already completed it, you could probably have just gone to the main menu and not played it in the first place. But who knows. Alright, now that... Oh, jeez. The jumping seems to work relatively consistently if you use it like a toggle key, I guess. I don't know why I wasn't catching that before. And so now I just need to jump straight out, yeah. That one was slightly more enjoyable. Not really difficult, though. I'm not sure how gauging difficulty is really a sensible thing to ask either, considering difficulty is totally relative. I probably didn't need to do that, I could have just jumped over it. I think the real challenge is going to be for Angelina to use more parts, you know, to make games with more facets other than just jumping over a certain thing or, you know, getting to from a beginning to an end. I mean, game development, I'm sure it can get extremely complex. And I say that like there's a chance it might not have been. No, it definitely can be. A little, not really difficult. I mean, me personally, as like a Super Meat Boy fanatic, I don't really think that my judgment of what is personally difficult is going to really hold water with the same people that are like playing this as their first platformer ever, if there are such people. I think I gotta catch that on like the first... What do you... Oh, I keep hitting R by accident. Oh, I probably could have made it through there. This one's a little bit frustrating. Especially since the collision boxes are so binary, like they're just square. Stop resetting, I'm not... It keeps thinking I hit it twice. I really couldn't judge this. I mean, there's no reason for me to get, like, upset. This is a prototype of a thing that's, like, another thing bigger than itself. There we go. That was not that enjoyable to me, and it was, I guess, kind of difficult. Sure, why not? It'd be interesting if it was, like, tailoring levels to you based on your responses, too. I don't think that's the case, though. Sure, that was not difficult at all. So difficulty curve still needs some work. But that's alright. Oh, that should have been a one-move grab there. Well, I could just do it from the other side as well. I'm trying to be greedy here. Jump. Oh, come on. Come on, Santa. Is that a crossover there? What are you doing? I guess that makes some sense. A little enjoyable, not difficult. I don't understand the snow. It's just like coming out of the ceiling and then bouncing everywhere. A little enjoyable, not difficult. That's kind of the standard response here. So what's our third and final present as far as... Oh, okay, this is our gravity flipping level set. I'm up for it. Are you up for it, Santa? Ho, ho, yo. I don't know. A little enjoyable, not difficult. That's kind of the standard, I guess, for every single level. What am I doing with this one? Let's flip up here. Jump over this. That one is quite enjoyable. Not difficult, though. Can I flip in air? Oh, I can actually, so I can just... Okay, did you see his body flipping back up to the ceiling again? No. I gotta get accustomed to how long it takes for him to switch gravity. So you need to get a little bit of momentum and then switch in time to do that. That was a little bit more enjoyable since I had to learn the mechanic a little bit more. It was slightly difficult, sure. Alright, let's go around here. I could have probably just gone up through that hole, though. Whatever. Oh, I couldn't have jumped up there anyway. That one was extremely easy. Not difficult at all. Not really enjoyable either. Too easy. And this one is essentially exactly the same level, so that kind of stinks. Man, I wish I had a Santa that had ceiling walk ability. That's pretty cool. Alright, Angelina. It's time to kick up the crazy levels, man. I want to see some saw blades. I want to see reindeer getting mulched. No, that's kind of an awful thing to say. This is supposed to be a day of joy, right? Well, I don't know. This year seems like exactly the same day as pretty much every other day for me, but hopefully you guys are having a great time out there. How enjoyable? Not really that enjoyable. But at least I got to check out a pretty neat game. How am I going to do this? I guess I got to do a switch in midair. I guess I got a little close to the wall there. That's actually going to be pretty hard. I'm fairly certain this is... Yeah, and since I keep accidentally smacking into that wall, that's not really going to help me any, is it? Okay, that'll work. That was not that enjoyable. It was a little difficult. Well, these are certainly easy. Like, there's not really a question there. These are really not difficult at all. And we're probably going to be done in a second. World complete. Well, if that was the final level, that was pretty easy. Sure, you can have a little on that one. Alright, so we've just 100%ed. This is a full play of A Puzzling Present, my Christmas gift to you. So I do urge you guys, go check out the website here, gamesbyangelina.org. You can follow this guy's blog and check out progress on this experimental AI system. I would certainly love to see this opened up. I don't know if that's the plan, but like when this is all finished and this experiment is complete, like I wonder if maybe this will go open source and then people make additions to it. So I could see it making a pretty interesting world-building computer program where you like plug in some elements you'd like to see, and then it's like, hey, here's a game, done. And then all of a sudden, the iOS App Store will just crash. That'll be a bad day. So yeah, same deal with the Xbox Live indie games. Those will both be obliterated in the matter of a few moments. And the presents will overpopulate the world. It'll be like the Grey Goose scenario, only with slightly below average indie games. So here's to hoping that doesn't actually happen, but on the upside, it could be a really useful development tool for helping developers come up with interesting and unique ways to frame their own games and design different kind of level constructs and figure out just different ways to combine and mishmash different world elements and gameplay. Just see what to come out of that. I mean, it could all be maybe not as cool as I'm envisioning in my mind, but, you know, hopefully, you know, this guy's staking his livelihood on it. I'm pretty sure he's going to push this thing somewhere great. So kind of cool to get in on pretty close to ground floor here and see how this progresses. So that's going to do it. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, and thank you so much for sticking around and watching all of these Indie Impression episodes. It means the world to me that you guys are still here and that you continue hanging out and telling your friends about the show. I mean, progress on the channel has been amazing, and it's entirely thanks to you guys, so, you know, wholeheartedly sincere thanks from me to you. I hope you continue to stick around. We're not doing plugs today, it just doesn't feel right. Alright, have a lovely Christmas, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And a lovely holiday for anyone who's not celebrating Christmas today, and that would include myself, so I'm not trying to be favoritist or anything, or favoritize, show favoritism, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Alright, take care guys. I will see you tomorrow for another awesome indie game. Later.